Hello, hello, Sarah Lawyer here. Happy day to you today. I think Kara wants to say hi, so I'm going to turn the time over to her. All right, Kara. Say hello.
Hi.
What do you have to say to everyone?
Look at me.
Look at you. And that, my dear friends, is as they say, how it goes. Anyway, I'm so happy and grateful to be coming here today on live. I've kind of been over this last weekend, today. One thing I realized is that I needed to kind of get my head straight on where I wanted to go with my business, and so what I decided to pick up was this Success Magazine, and I've been kind of just starting at the beginning, just checking it out. And it really reminds me, one thing it says at the top, success, what achievers read. And it's actually something that I read that's very interesting, and it reminds me a lot of when I was learning to be a musician, to be a violist. I play the viola. I was starting off, and I started off first as a violinist. I played violin for about 5 years, and then I decided I wanted to change to viola. And my mother, the brilliant woman that she is, decided that it wasn't good enough for me to just have any teacher if I really wanted to be a musician. So she went and searched for the one musician teacher that had a lot of experience, had gone really far. She was playing, the teacher that I got, she was playing at the Utah Symphony, and she played at a couple of other symphonies. I think she was probably about 40s or 50s, and so she had been playing for 30 years at the very least. And so she had a lot of experience and had taught many people. And so with that, my mother called her up and said, you know, you need to, I would love to have my daughter learn from you because she really wants to be the best. And I mean, honestly, that was the best thing that I think I could ever learn, is that, and it's just like with any kind of a sport or musician, with athletes, if they want to become the best, they have to learn from the best. And that's something actually I read today, the four things to keep your chin up, as it's planned out. It's by Ramit Sethi, who's an entrepreneur, a personal finance advisor, and the author of a New York Times bestseller, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And his advice is really good. I really liked it, and so I wanted to kind of share that a little bit with that as well. The 4 things, he said, take brutally small steps with long-term perspective. Because I know sometimes we can get lost in the day-to-day activities. And you want to say hi, Kara? Sorry. Here she is again. All right, Kara, tell him what's up.
Hi.
All right. And so back to take brutally small steps with a long-term perspective. And so you certainly you go throughout the day-to-day activities, but you have this dream, this big dream of being able to be the best in whatever market you're in whatever business you're in. But how do you get there? Well, it's just like a baby, like my little girl. She started out and she's been carrying around her little baby picture. It's just so sweet. She was 20 inches long, and now she's 37 inches long. She learned from one step by another to gradually learn to crawl, and then walk up, and then run. But she's still just so young, but she started with the small steps, the small things. And so we really want to make sure we take those small steps first. The second one is over-prepare like you can't even imagine. And that's, I love the story actually he told, Ramit Sethi, he told in this. He said, when my parents told me I needed scholarships to pay for college, I videoed myself to discover a crippling error that I was making during interviews, not smiling enough, which finally let me crack the code of interviewing. It's just, Kara, honey, mommy's talking, please. Thank you. And just, like, sometimes you have to really take a step back and just really over-prepare like you can imagine. The third one is handle naysayers. That is something that we all deal with, no matter what market, no matter who it is. Like sometimes there are just negative people that just want to see you fail. And so one thing you do with that is how you present yourself. And so you either take it in or you let it bounce right off and say, you know what, you're right. I don't know if it'll work, but at least I'm going to try. And so that's like a switch in your mindset is really how you handle the naysayers. And the fourth one is be mindful of who you surround yourself with. And this comes back to that story I was telling you about when I was learning how to play viola, is that we have to surround ourselves with the people who have gone before us, who are making the successes that we want, and to learn from their mistakes so that we don't have to make them. And so that's why today jumping is not just for the athletes, because by learning and surrounding ourselves with the people who have gone before us, we can jump ahead and be further forward than we thought we would. And so I've put a link above for basically Kara, for being able to jump ahead. It takes you to a boot camp where you can sign up for a boot camp, but the real golden is actually what you can find out on how to push yourself to the next limit of like attracting people to you. And so I hope you got value from this. I certainly did from learning this, and I hope that I hope I was able to get something across to you. If it did get something value from it, please let me know and go ahead and share this around. Talk to you later.